Mishpa, Shinko, Aush, Deshpa, Omenewan. Saludos y respetos to every single person watching this. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash it, and then go ahead and thumbs up in order to get this cracking on the right path. Help me grow, and we'll continue with the stories. Check it out. Today we're going to talk about the infamous Shady from the West Side Harpys gang in Los Angeles. Where did I first hear about Shady? There's this Mexican artist. He's pretty much a legendary Mexican rapper, and now he's an actor, and now he's doing a lot of boss moves for the Mexican people. He's opening doors, big shout out to Big Conejo from the West Side Harpys. Nevertheless, he released an album, he released a CD called Shady back in the days, back in the 90s, and in that album there was a song called Shady as well. So I already knew there was a homie named Shady from West Side Harpys trapped somewhere in the system, but I didn't think I was gonna run into him. The system's huge. There's multiple yards, and it's just the chances of you running into somebody that you want to do time with are slim. Very, very slim. So I didn't think I was gonna run into the homie. Next thing you know, I'm in Cali Patria level 4, posted up in the yarda, chopping it up about the calles with the older homie Tavo from Harpys. And I mentioned to Big Tavo, hey Tavo, check it out, my boy. I got the CDs, from one of your homies that raps. My very first package, I got a CD with 2 volumes. It's called Mad at the World. That was my very, very first package. I got that CD. That was the first CD I got when I was in prison, starting my time. And I always got to get my conejo every time I go to prison. I always got to buy a CD. And or Axis has like this costume-made CDs where you could just go through a catalog and make your own CD. You choose what songs you want. And I always used to get the conejos, So anyways, now I'm there. I'm posted up in the yarda, doing the thug tezo, just chilling with all the homies. There's only homies from the south right there. There's no northerners. There's no bulldogs. There's only Mexicans. Well, I mean, there's every race, but as far as the Mexican goes, there's only the homies and the paisanos, Everything's good. Everything's united. So anyways, all love. And Tabo tells me, hey, that Shady's right here. That's Conejo's brother. And I was all like, oh, serio? Like, oh, I've heard about Shady so much in the songs. I've heard multiple songs, at least 3 that I could think of, but I'm pretty sure there's way, way more. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. He was in an A4 building, and I was in A1 building. So I started working in the kitchen, and I was thinking like, well, you know what? I'm gonna run into this homie sooner or later. I want to say cubo to him. A few months go by, and he pulls up to A1 building, and I'm right there chilling with the homies, and everybody's like, oh, hey, check it out. That's Conejo's brother. That's Shady from Harpys. And a lot of homies want to go say cubo to him. I shook his hand. But at the same time, he probably hears it all the time. So I didn't want to bother the homie, you know what I mean? He's doing his time. So I just kept it respectful, But I would always be by my door when the homies pass by so I could greet them, Send some positive energy out there in order to elate the homies, elate their mood, like homies passing by my sound, get on my sound and be like, what's up, my homie? How you doing? Everything's good or what? Sometimes the homie's hungry. He might need a sopa, or most of the times the homies are good, But I'm always that type of person, I'm always greeting the homies. I'm always trying to make sure everybody got what they need, And aside from all that, I want to make sure that you got some positive energy. And that's why I greet you, like, what's up, my homie? Hey, have a female day, homie. And he would always pass by my sound, because my sound happened to be on the top tier, right next to the stairs. Therefore, every time he would pass by, he would go through there, and I'll say cubo to him, like, what's up, homeboy, And Anyway, like a month goes by, we never really talked other than the homie greetings, and but I would always see him. In Calipatria was an enhanced program facility. I don't know exactly what year they came up with those yards, but basically it means that they're gonna put like a program, a SAP program, which is a drug treatment facility program, and/or a computer program. I'm not exactly sure what other programs they had for the enhanced program facility, but they give you a microwave. I've never seen a microwave in prison. I've only been to levels 3 and 4. I never made it anywhere lower than 3 or 4, unfortunately. And I never seen a microwave. I've heard they have them in the low levels, maybe on the CCFs, but in prison I've never seen it. And I was tripping out as soon as I got to Calipatria. I was like, what? It's a microwave right there. Like, damn. Like, my boy, I used to go hook up the beans, the carnitas from the paquete, the pouches, all that. But anyways, Shady, he always goes to tienda, he always has everything he needs, and he be hooking up some very, very delicious burritos. And I would be standing by the door and I'll see him, he had a big old Harpys on his chest. And I was all like, the homie resembles Conejo, like from the pictures that I seen of Conejo, he kind of has the features, and I was all like, that's firme, like that's, I was humbled by the experience of doing time with Conejo's brother, So anyways, I suck at all sports. I was never good at sports, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and say I shoot that, because I don't. And matter of fact, I never really played sports, but prison is boring, bro. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? It's just a place of seclusion, and if you don't find something to do, you're gonna be oppressing yourself, and that's not what I wanted for myself. So I started playing basketball, and Shady is a very good basketball player. He was one of the best ones in the building. So he was always playing, and people always picked him, or he always had his own squad to play. And anyways, I played with him one time. He picked me, and we played, and he asked me, hey, after the game, he's like, hey, I heard that you like to listen to Conejo. You got any of his CDs? And I was like, yeah, I got Man at the World, Volume 1, Volume 2. So he started like, you know what? I have a bunch of Conejo CDs. Let me know if you want to borrow any, because I heard, you like to bump it. So I said, hell yeah, shoot that. So, I'm in my celda dog with the CL20s, like, I'm bumping all the Conejo jams, dog. As a matter of fact, that's the first one I heard. That's the first time I heard that song, Mexican Tears. And I was like, damn, man, I'm surprised I've never heard this song, because I was usually into the older ones, like the Shady, the Killer from the West, all that, so I got to listen to a lot of stuff that I've never heard, a lot of craft I've never heard from Conejo, and I was appreciative of the homie, and like I said, I was working in the kitchen, bro. I would bring back, peanut butter, whatever I could bring back to the building, I'll bring it back and touch any homie that I could, boom, 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 boom. I'm always touching people, and one time I had a big old piece of peanut butter, a big old bag of peanut butter, and I gave it to Shady, and to my surprise, because nobody ever gives you anything back, but he's very humble, bro, and to my surprise, he made a big ass cake, and he gave me a big ass cake, a peanut butter cake. If you've been to prison, you know what I'm talking about. Peanut butter cake. I'm not even gonna get into the process of making the peanut butter cake, but if you've been to prison, you know what I'm talking about. It was delicious. Next thing you know, he hooked me up with a few burritos here and there, and he ended up becoming a good friend of mine. In the yard, I would always kick it with him. Due to the basketball game, he was always looking for people to play. And I was willing to play because I wanted to learn how to play. And he was kind of teaching me. So I ended up spending most of my time that I had remaining right there kicking it with Shady, learning how to play basketball. I didn't learn that much, you know what I mean? I learned how to play basketball, but I'm not that good at it. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. But he took me on a few runs, you know. We ran the yard a couple laps, you know. Took flicas together, you know what I mean? And to me, it was just a humbling experience because Shady from Harpys is a very humble, very well-educated, intellectual individual. Also, you know, I learned a few things from him, and I was just appreciative of sharing the tira, living in the same tira as the homie Shady from Harpys. And I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. And with that being said, that's how I met Shady from Harpys in Calipatra level 4 AR 2015. I left in 2016. And you guys have a good one. Kwali Yowali. Thank you for watching my videos. I have more coming soon.